Alright, so hello everyone. I'm here to present my topic, which is parasocial interactions and relationships within live streaming. And so I start off with my problem statement. And in parasocial behavior, it can lead to situations where people try to do unrealistic things with in real life, because of them being used to live streams. So it's kind of unhealthy for their surrounding. Now, the purpose statement is to figure out what the unhealthy aspects of parasocial behaviors are and try to level up expectations between the streamer and viewer. Now, in my literature review, there are three main stages that are in parasocial behaviors. The first one being entertain and social. This is where commonly everyone would have. It's literally like, someone who's obsessed with not obsessed, someone who looks up to an individual. Stage two is an personal intense kind of relationship. Here they try to replicate their lives and try to, get as close as to who they are. Third, being borderline pathology, is just obsession and trying to use large sums of money to get attention from streamers, hoping to become friends or something like this. Now, my research questions include: when can parasocial relationships start to be considered too much? What are the streamers' and viewers' perspectives and boundaries? And what is the level of expectation between the two sides? And what are the unhealthy aspects of parasocial behavior? Now, in my research methods, I went through interviews and surveys, and the way I got my participants is through an application called Discord. And a lot of the people on Discord watch live streams and play video games, and this is my kind of audience to actually interview and survey. So one of the interview findings that I have was someone talked about VTubers. Well, a few people talked about VTubers, which are fictional characters, like 3D models behind someone else. So someone's puppeteering a 3D model, which with a fake personality, and this creates a false sense of friendship between a streamer and a viewer. And I think some of my interviewees say that it's a little bit toxic, but so it can be okay. And then another interview, we said that some viewers like to be very toxic for their own entertainment and ruin everything on both parties. Another finding says that Twitch, as a community, are considered a hive mind and a collective mind that say the same thing and spam the same thing, which is what the expectation of some of the interviewees are of the chat itself. So one of my interviewees actually had a streamer's point of view as well, and he provides both sides of the spectrum and how he faces how he thinks things should reside between each other. And now in my surveys, two main questions I asked were: how often do you watch live streams, and how have you heard of parasocial interactions? Now, most of the people have watched streams almost every day, and in my a lot of people have heard of parasocial interactions through surveys. I'm guessing they Googled it or something, but in my interviews, only one person actually knew what parasocial was. Few of the malicious behaviors in parasocial behaviors is stalking, threatening, and spending a lot of money for desired affection, trying to dig into personal information, and stream sniping. I listed a few aspects of what people like in a streamer. A lot of people like a community-driven and talented people. So community-driven would be, everyone banding together and doing things together. Talented, I guess, is people trying to learn from one skilled individual. Now, in my design direction, I wanted to create an awareness campaign among Twitch viewers, to try and get an expectation between each other on level. So the way I decided to do it is to use imageries to show perspectives on both sides using optical illusions. reason why I use optical illusions was because optical illusions is things that may seem in a way not as it seems, basically. So it twists perspectives. So that's why I wanted to pick an optical illusion means. Actually, before I do the whole design of VCT section, I want to talk about my conclusion of everything. Actually, all right. So when can parasocial relationship and parasocial interaction start to be considered too much? They're considered too much when viewers blur the lines between the viewer and the streamer's relationship. Oh crap! Sorry. They're supposed to be full screen. Alright, and what are the streamers and viewers' perspectives and boundaries? So from a streamer's perspective that I had from my interview was that they'd like to set boundaries to keep a healthy distance from their viewers and a private information and keep their private information safe, as it should be. For a viewer's perspective, a streamer should still keep interacting with their chat, and viewers still acknowledge generosity. Streamers still acknowledge their generosity of their viewers. Now, the level of expectation between streamer and viewer is to perform well and acknowledge and interact with their viewers while maintaining their personal information again. Whereas expectation is not to be overly friendly with the streamer. Yeah. And then unhealthy aspects of parasocial behavior would be obsessive behaviors, where individuals would aim to obtain attention of the streamer in whatever way physically possible. Now, following my design direction for VCT, I wanted to create imageries of animations that I wanted to holographically display. And in this specific imagery, there's a streamer on the left and viewers on the right. Now, the left side, he's on his desk, on his computer, putting his hand out, trying to reach for the money. And on the right side are, they're called Pepe, they're frogs. So the Twitch community like to interpretate chat as these frog-like creatures. So that's why I wanted to pick these kind of creatures, just so, just to dive in with the community. Now, initially, I wanted to make a hologram like this with a trapezium setup, but for it to be much more visible, it needs to be a lot bigger, and I simply didn't have the tools to make it bigger, because I'd have to invest a lot into it, and I don't think I had enough for it. So what I made was a black box, and within the black box, it had a holographic little plastic in the middle, and a projector above, a cellular device in my case here, and it would project through the plastic, and it'll look like a hologram that's stuck in the middle. Here, that's a little video in the light. So initially I thought it wouldn't work in the light, so I made a version where it's in the dark. It looks pretty cool in real life, and yeah, because I made the insides all black, it's pretty visible during the day, under sunlight or under any lights at all, actually. So yeah, that should be my interview, or my presentation. Thank you for listening.